What it do, fool? What it is, kid? What it was, cuz? Our BG was the thing, kings and queens. It is T with 2 E's.
And Legendary Max.
And this is the Level Up EXP podcast. Wait for it. Season 2.
Yes, sir.
Season 2. But we talk everything high school football. Maxwell, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm great, bro. It's good to see you.
Good to see you
Good
too.
to be back. Great to be back. Football season is back.
Yes,
I'm excited.
sir.
Week 1 is just passed. And the people we haven't been here in a while. We haven't talked ball that
Very
much.
new.
It looks different.
No TV.
No TV. That threw us off when we came in. We was
Facts.
like, I ain't worried about it. That's still cool. What have you been up to this summer?
It's been a lot. I started coaching track. That's one thing I did.
You what? Give me one track technical term.
Shot put.
That's an obstacle. Not obstacle. I guess. I don't know. Y'all, you can tell I don't run track. So you know what? That's right. That's a good answer. I can't confirm.
They need a body, so I mean,
I can't confirm.
I wasn't gonna say no to a track.
No, real life. What else did you do this summer?
I recently just got a job to be a teacher assistant at Paetow Middle School. Hopefully, I'll be able to coach at the for the football team as well. Cause I actually know I think it's about football rather than track.
That's good. That's something I know you'd be good at. You could have came with me to my school. So what I've been doing, I'm now the safety coach for Lutheran South Academy. I don't know if you peep it. You know what I'm saying? Peep it.
Now, I was considered for the job because I told him about it. So you're welcome.
Right. Thank you
But
for that.
they wanted me to be a running back coach. And look, hey, I'm a pure athlete, right? But I'm not gonna teach someone how to be a running back.
Bro, I think you honestly, genuinely, like we laughing, but I do think
Maybe tight end.
being on the offensive line, you know kind of where to block and where to go. I don't think it's the most complex though.
And
running
I
back.
somewhat agree with you, but like I would like
I think
to
you could've-
coach a position I'm least familiar, like somewhere on the line at least.
I feel you.
Even
yeah,
D-line.
we didn't have a great game our first week 1, but still exciting. I love the opportunity, and I'm having a great time coaching these guys, and it's really fun. And also, the most important thing, my daughter was born. She was born in March 30th. She's 4 months. As of the day of recording, she's 4 months. A couple days she'll be 5. Love that little girl. Fatherhood is amazing.
How's it feel to be a father?
It's great. I absolutely love it. I could be in a mood or feeling some type of way or tired, and like just her smile. She ain't got no teeth yet. Just her smile and like when she sees me and lights up, I love it. I absolutely love it. So this fatherhood thing, easy. No, I'm kidding. It's definitely not. It's been some long nights, but I absolutely love it.
Well, I'm not a father, but I am a godfather, right? Yes.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Are you sure?
Yes, bro. Yes. So
You said that my
I had to. He says that because I always thought a godfather was just a fun name. Like you call somebody your uncle or somebody your cousin. Like I thought it was just somebody you're not related to. I thought
did not know the legal information.
I did not think that a godfather had legal responsibilities if something were to happen to me. Now, first and foremost, I am TER-RELL Franklin, and it is on recorded. There's nothing that's going to happen to me. But
I would.
I'm not even superstitious. But yeah, I didn't know that was actual. And so knowing you for so long, because realistically, if something does happen, like y'all know I have a twin brothers going, like anything happens, my child's going to Terrence.
Right.
And then Kennedy has brothers. So, respectfully.
But like I wanted to be like the first non-blood relative to receive her.
Which you are. You are now. And yeah, I just didn't know that was actual responsibility. So when I found out, I was just like, I've seen you with kids, is what I'm saying.
And I'm a good mentor.
Though for older kids, like Bryce was going off to college. Yeah, I would hope. I would hope you could.
He was middle school at the time.
Okay, that's actually fair. That's fair, but I was just a little nervous. Man, we're going on a tangent. Look, it's week 2 of high school football. Very exciting, very cool. Now, leading up to the season, there have been some storylines or stuff that changes. Seniors graduate, coaches move on to different opportunities. So there are a lot of different like storylines and stuff that I was looking forward to this season. I'm still looking forward to, and I'll start first. The very first thing I've been kind of watching or keeping an eye on is Paetow, led by their then interim coach, now fully head coach, David Hicks Sr. The way he came into the head coaching job last year, very unfortunate. And just to try to get a bunch of high schoolers, some would argue kids, to play meaningful, competitive football with all that uncertainty is very difficult. And we've seen some games, they were still very competitive and they were still tough and played hard for him. Now having a whole offseason to put his fingerprints and build his culture the way he wants it, the offense, defense, how it looks, I'm very interested to see like how Paetow plays moving forward. And he's missing some players. His son, David Hicks Jr., which was he was number one.
He was number one the entire senior class
of last year. So that's a huge loss.
Facts.
That Alex Kilgore, Christian Hurd, players like that. He had a good crop of seniors that are gone. So like, who's going to step up? Who's going to implement his culture? Mm-hmm. And then this is their second year in this new district. That was already tough in and of itself, added on to all the legal stuff. So I'm very interested to see like how they progress this season. The second team I'm interested in looking at is North Shore. Mm-hmm. What does Kaleb Bailey look like this year? Knee injuries. A lot of people say like with ACL tears that the next year they come back, you don't play as confident because you're worried anything could happen. So you don't run as fast, you don't cut as hard. All these things, you're just a little timid. And from what we've seen, that's not Caleb's play style. He's not a timid player. No. He attacks. And I'm very interested to see like how he comes back, how the team looks. They lost the championship last year. Right. All right, now and then, shout out Duncanville. They did their thing. They still got a bunch of ballers over there. It's going to be interesting to see how they look too. But, coming back from losing last year, losing a bunch of very impactful seniors, Rashad Johnson, Evan Jackson, even Devin Amador. Like, I'm interested to see like what they do. And their offensive coordinator, Willie Gaston, last year, he's now the head coach. So I don't expect Kaleb to run as much, but other than that, they might run it back, but it's still a new team. Though he's been there, there will be changes. So I'm interested to see what they do, how they look this year, and just how they play in adversity. I want to see how they deal with adversity.
Well, they did have an impressive game against Woodlands this weekend. Right,
and that's always a good sign for sure. So I just want to see it going because I think Atascocita's gotten better. Mm-hmm. Summer Creek is always competitive. So that's I want to see if they can. Rashad said that they were number one in Houston, not just in their district. In Houston, they run Texas.
Like after we lost and stuff, we still get our respect. Everybody know we really ran Texas for
Texas.
So they got to back it up. He's gone now, so that team has to back it up, and I really want to see that. The last thing for me, and I just had to sprinkle this in. It was fun for me. Lutheran South Academy. I'm very interested. It just kind of I want to being hands on and getting to see everything. They have 2 new secondary coaches, one being yours truly, and a cornerbacks coach. A couple players are playing out of position from last year. new. There was a quarterback competition, and for this team, I can speak for this team. Like a lot of players play both ways, which was a negative this past week. But in general, that's always tough. So I want to see. I want to see how this team battles. I want to see how this team fights. I want to see if this safety coach can actually mold a bunch of players. Bless you. Gesundheit. Where did Gesundheit come from? What is that?
I have no idea.
Is that like a?
That
I feel like that's
language?
like yeah. I feel
It
like
gotta be
that's
some
like
kind of different language.
interesting. Well, anyways, bless you.
Lock it in. Thank you.
I'm interested to see what I can do as a coach. So that was just a I want to sprinkle that team in. Shout out.
Since you've been there, have you seen a lot of improvement?
Yeah, for sure. And we'll get to it when we start talking kind of about the recaps of some games that just passed. I do think there are players who are it's first game. There's a lot of stuff to work through, but I got that kind of late, but from like our first scrimmage to the first game, there have been some improvements. We just got to lock it in. But I'm very interested to see, excited for the season and see what we do. There was another storyline you sent me that was pretty interesting.
Yes, sir.
Could you speak about that?
Yes, I'm very excited about this storyline. Even though it was our idea and we wanted to be able to implement this, but we're not gonna sue. We had the money yet. We had the funds. But USFL president Brian Woods definitely had the funds to announce the Prep Super League, which is a high school big super. I use super again. Super team, all around the nation. Right now it's only in 12 cities since it's still fresh. Houston being one of them, thankfully. But we got San Diego, Miami, Phoenix, Dallas, San Francisco, Atlanta, New Jersey, New Orleans, Los Angeles, and Cleveland. Oh, sorry, and Tampa, all in this Super League. So I'm very excited to see because we were talking yes, we believe Texas does have the best football in general,
Facts.
but definitely high school football. And now we'll be able to see if that's really true. And I'm excited to see this.
I think it's cool. When you showed me that, even I looked at it as a coach and being in my if I'm coaching and it's spring ball, because this isn't spring, right?
Yes, it's in April. April to May.
If it's spring ball, this is your time for those who aren't starting yet. This is your time to get looked at. This is your time to show you improve. This is your time to kind of start. If it's a new offense, new system, this is where you start implementing this new offense. If one of your top players, so ideally they're going for the top, but as of right now, you'll not take anybody. But some players might not be ranked yet or as highly ranked as others, but they may be one of the better players on your team. Now they're gone doing this, which young men, do what's best for your family. Get your bag. You see this NIL deal?
Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that. These kids get paid.
Guapo.
These are children getting paid.
Getting paid, getting real looks, real opportunities to get scholarships. That's all. Do what's best for you. I can see as a coach, head coaches or position coaches feeling some type of way and kind of, hopefully they don't, but I can see them, oh man, little Timmy's not here. He was supposed to be the starting quarterback. The quarterback, maybe
I am
hoping
but that when they start this and when it ends, that it won't cut out too much on spring football, because that is definitely important, especially if you're a new transfer and you're and you're playing not playing a new position, but you're a junior, become a senior, you're gonna be establishing that new leadership role. So you definitely need to be there to practice that.
Spring ball, even though there's a summer, spring ball is where you start the season.
Yes,
you would argue.
Absolutely.
That's where you get the momentum into the summer. You got camps, you got 7-on-7s, level up camps. You got 7-on-7s. You're doing all this training, working out, running. Spring is where you started up until fall, the time we're in now. That's that's some crucial time. That is crucial time to miss. And it could be tough. It can get dicey. It can get very dicey. And I could see some coaches arguing that they miss quality time with the quarterback, their running back, an offensive lineman, corners, some major players for this opportunity. So I'm very interested to see how this works out. And when you start off something, it's going to take some time. I doubt they're going to get the number 1 or 2 recruit in the class. It's going to take time, but man, I'm interested. I'm very intrigued. I think that's going to
I want to see a contract. I want to know how much they're getting paid.
Facts.
Like,
I hope it's televised. It got to be.
It should be.
But with that being said, and some of these players that could potentially be at that showcasing their talent, it starts here. It starts now. It starts this fall. And we have some players that we're interested in that we feel like either need to step up or that we think may break out. And I like to call this the level up watch list, Maxwell. So we have a couple players that we just feel like they're going if they weren't already household names, they will be.
Facts.
And I'll start with Austin Carlisle, the junior quarterback from Ridge Point.
Good pick.
And why I picked him was because last year in the playoffs they played Atascocita in the pouring rain.
We waited there for like an hour.
An hour plus. Like that delay was wild. It was insane.
They should have called the game.
I think it would have been so. We were sitting there like, man,
contemplating.
What happens? Do they just send people home and we come back tomorrow? Same score? Do you start over? Do you just kind of paper, rock, scissors?
It was like 5 minutes. Like you can't just like restart a game. Like, oh, here's 5 minutes. Here's the scores.
Yeah. So like
play ball.
At the time, Atascocita was winning, and at least I was saying I could argue. If I was a coach, I'd be like, oh no, we could have had a comeback. Like you can't just cut the game in like that.
You could do a lot in 5 minutes.
You could do a lot. But Austin's last play, it was a 4th down. It was fourth and 9 plus. Realistically, truthfully, even if the receiver caught the ball, he was short of the 1st down. Nothing would have made that play would have kept that drive going, realistically. But he was getting pressured too. He threw the ball out of bounds. And I thought I didn't necessarily like the approach. I didn't like the mindset. I always feel like give your team a chance, give your player a chance. And he had some ballers, and he brought them back. Well, Kay came back. He had some ballers on his team. Give him a chance. I didn't like that he threw the ball away in crunch time. But I think he's going to break out. His 2 top receivers, Ashton Bethel Roman and Mason Dossett, hope I said that right, they're back, and they're better than they were last year. They're a dog.
Definitely a great double threat.
A great threat. He's here for another year in the offense to grow, develop, and build that confidence. I think his numbers were good last year, especially for a sophomore. I think they're going to be amazing. I think he's going to break out. He's somebody I'm if you don't know who he is, learn the name, learn the school. He's a baller, for sure. Do you have any players to watch?
Yes. I also got a quarterback. He's also a junior. From Shadow Creek, we got JaCorey Watson. He's a very versatile quarterback. He played a lot last year at wide receiver because they had like a main quarterback, but if he needed to, he could definitely be a quarterback and air that out for a good couple of like touchdowns.
Athlete, for sure.
Facts.
For sure. For me, Kaleb Bailey. We already talked about him a little bit. Coming back, this is more not necessarily a step up, but I'm intrigued to if he can play better than what he did before he got hurt. Baller. I'm interested to see how he comes back from his knee injury. Most of his receivers are back. Terrence Guillory, Chris Barnes, and then actually last year's transfer, he didn't get to play because of UIL rules. Dion DeBlanc, he was already ranked before he got over there. And he's here. Well, he's actually able to play now. His receiving core is good. Running back is good. Offensive line, stiff. I expect him to step up for sure and really make some big plays for sure.
It sucks to lose a whole year of football because he won like transfer schools and stuff.
You don't have.
You only have 4 years.
You only have 4.
That's not a lot
at all, bro. To miss one. I mean, lucky for him specifically.
He was like already ranked.
Yeah, but for others,
a regular Joe.
That's bad. And then imagine had you transfer, missed a year, and then go to Florida and play in that doggone prep summer league. Is it Florida? Was it Florida?
Yes,
yeah, and then go to prep summer league. That's a lot of time you missed away from your team.
Facts.
But shoot, he's definitely a baller, and I'm excited for sure.
Mm-hmm. Another one I got, I always got to talk about the offensive lineman. Ashton Funk from Tompkins High School. Man is a unit. 6'6".
Giant, man.
No one can get past him. He was on our mid-season list for a reason.
Facts.
It's a dog.
Oh, beast. We saw him at the Texans, the Houston Touchdown Club.
Yes.
Just towered borderline everybody. He is and then like I said, we had him on the list last year. He's a dog. He's a dog, and he's gonna hold it down. And he's just I don't expect the sack, I'll be honest. Unless it's a blown assignment, I do not expect anybody to get around. That's a big man for sure. For me, our boy Zion Brown from Atascocita. I'm looking here. I'm talking to you, bro. It's your senior year. You got to get over that hump. You gotta take down the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? And they're a good team. I mean, I didn't have Kaleb Bailey on the list for nothing. So I expect them to step up. I expect them to play better, more confident, more yards, rushing and passing, to be a leader, to get offers out the wazoo. I think he's going to make some plays. And the added benefit and the added bonus, he has a transfer receiver, Jelani Watkins, who was already ranked before he came in. And we've seen some spring ball stuff from him. That was a very good, strong addition that can only help Zion.
Way better.
So
he came from Klein Forest, right?
Yes, he came from Klein Forest. And then they already had Torrey Blaylock, Kyron Lee, and A. Grumble. Like that's a stiff team. That's some good weapons. Zion Brown is somebody to watch for sure.
Facts. Ball out, Zion. All right. Another quarterback we got I'm looking forward to is Trey Owens from Cy-Fair High School. He's a 6'5" quarterback, armed to boot, great scrambler. Unfortunately, they did lose their first game this week to Bridgeland. But it was a very close game. And I think if they played their cards a bit better, Cy-Fair definitely could have come out with the dub that week.
Definitely. This week. That's a good. That dead man's also gigantic.
Facts.
I always figure you're 6'3".
I'm 6'3", right? Yes. I went to go talk to him. Like, okay. Then they said he was like 6'5" at the touchdown club. I'm like, okay, he's not 6'5". I went to him like, yeah, all right, yeah, he's 6'5".
Right. And like me personally, I'm 5'9". So like Max is already a giant man. So anybody taller than him is, for me, I'd be like, that guy's a freaking unit. That's a gigantic man. So good luck to him. The
Kobe.
last.
Nailed it.
No. I'm not gonna allow these people to believe that you made that. I was gonna let it go.
Why would you let?
I'm not gonna do it. There's no trash can over there. There's no trash can over there. He threw that a bunch of nothing. I'm gonna take a picture and I might post it. There's no trash. I'm not gonna let you make that. I was going to, but there's just so y'all know I'm not capping. Max sits over there. I'll be over here. He shot the thing over there. You don't see a thing over there, bro. Matter of fact, it wasn't until the show was over we found out trash can was over there. So don't let that man lie to you. And I'm out here being truthful. Why though? And then you said Kobe. This man, so disrespectful.
The greatest stabber did it.
But
am I wrong?
No, you're right. I'm not arguing that.
No.
You can, but I will argue you should not say his name. If you miss, two, if there's nothing to hit, and you, sir, miss badly. There's nothing over there. Let me get to that last
Was it
player.
really a miss or there's nothing over there?
What were you aiming for then? There's my thing. If
Just
you were
that general area.
then if I allow that, sure, you did your thing.
Because if I hit the chair, it's going to make a noise.
Right.
But you already snitched on me.
Right.
I can't believe it be your own. That's crazy.
Because why would you, I don't, but you know, what you say like you made it. That's what
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Like, come on, fool. Come on. That's where we tripping. All right, last player to watch. I'm probably going to butcher his name.
Mm-hmm.
Mekhi Emerinini. Mekhi
That's pretty
Emerinini. I believe so.
I wouldn't have done better.
CE King. What?
I said I wouldn't have done better.
Oh, I thought you said you would have. I'm about to run it back from last year. 'Cause you could not have. Anyways, CE King, he's a tight end. At the touchdown club, there's only, 2 tight ends that were recognized. Tight ends do not get love for real.
Facts.
It's rare. And if you do get some love, you get like maybe 20 catches in a year. Maybe.
They're glorified offensive linemen.
Glorified offensive linemen. They move tight ends, but then whatever. They don't be getting the ball for real. But this guy does. He is big, athletic, great hands. He's not a devastating blocker, but he's very willing, and that's, for the most part, that's all you really need for linebackers and safeties for sure. Another year in the system, another year on varsity. He was a sophomore last year, balling. Like another year, a junior year, I feel like you'll be more confident. I have a feeling like y'all don't know who that is. And we'll have his name up so you can look.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be the first. We're gonna clip it. We are gonna clip it. Maybe I'm the one to put y'all on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say his name again. Mekhi Emerinini, the tight end for CE King. Put him on your radar. Put him on your watch list. He's on ours, and he is a baller.
We definitely got to go to a CE King game to see if what you say is true, Terrell.
No, for sure. But unfortunately for CE King, and it's not necessarily their fault, but they're not ranked incredibly high. At least according to Max Preps.
They're usually top 10.
Yeah, at least according to Max Preps, which let Maxwell tell you. Max Preps
be on that BS. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, we were looking at some stats. From what literally we've seen games, and then we'll go to Max Preps, and it's like clear. Bro I know for a fact he had 5 catches. They only got 2 on here. Stuff like that. So
now, I will give Max Preps a little leeway. The fans can edit their stuff.
fans.
Yes, if you log in, you could if they have no scouts at the game, fans can put in their own scores. But I feel like there should be a degree because
or somebody
on Friday I was at the Shadow Creek Manvel. I'm gonna talk more about it in a second. But during halftime, I'm not watching bands play and cheerlead. I'm not there for that. So during halftime, I usually look at other scores of other games, and because the Caney versus Klein Oak was 96-18. No team besides what IMG. That was that.
Yeah.
Besides, they're one of the top schools in the nation, and the team they played was probably the worst team in the nation. No offense, but look, I'm not talking mess about the Katy, but the Katy's not scoring 96 points, especially against Klein Oak.
No,
I saw them that's not true. I screenshot I need to see this because it's gonna be fixed by the next day. I had to see this, but the actual final score of that game was 42-7. Klein Oak.
That's funny. So
I don't know who the Caney. Don't be hyping up y'all team. Cause y'all got whooped.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? All right. Well, back to these rankings. So, tell me if you got an opinion on it, yay or nay, if it's right or wrong. If you feel like you move them up, move them down, maybe add another team. Number 1, North Shore. This is after week 1. So it might have been different last week. It was different last week. So we're going off of
North Shore makes
the
sense.
results. For sure. We're going off the results and we're just moving on. North Shore. Yes. Makes sense. Fitting.
Run-up team from last year.
Mm-hmm. And this is just like Houston specifically. Well,
Yeah.
just region 3, I believe.
Yes.
So it's only Houston, only a certain amount of teams. Number 2, Atascocita. Also want to know. That's 1 and 2 in their district. They it's always one of them games you gotta watch every year. Very fun. I love it. Now, kind of surprising for me. Number 3 is the Woodlands after a loss.
Always a solid team.
No,
I mean, their loss was against North Shore, to be fair.
Sure. But nonetheless, number 3 compared to 4 or 5, it's like
I could agree. Somewhat.
That's the only thing, especially coming off of a loss. The other one's won, so coming off a loss is like, but I get you can't just drop them down like out of the top 10 for a loss. Especially
I feel like
week.
No, not to talk mess against any other teams these teams have played, but I feel like North Shore and Woodlands was like the only team was like serious comp this week.
You said North Shore and Woodlands?
Yeah, it was like the only out of these top 10 teams. I mean, Atascocita did play Dixon. They're always usually a solid team. I'll give them that. But those are the only 2 teams that played like in the top 10 range, top 5, top 3 range.
I feel. And then Dickinson was there at 12, so not a bad team. Number 4 is Westfield.
I mean, behind
number 5. I mean, in front of number 5.
Yes, maybe not.
That's questionable. But at the same time, we also feel like Katy in general, they aren't what they were last year.
They definitely lost some firepower by losing Seth Davis.
Facts, maybe. Number 6, Summer Creek. I love Summer Creek.
Summer Creek.
I love that team. I love that school.
Solid team. Dark horse.
Is a solid team.
Don't ever count out Summer Creek.
You cannot count. Like, I would genuinely, when playoffs come around, I wouldn't be surprised if you look at the scoreboard for another game. And it's like Summer Creek beat so-and-so, and they're still moving on.
If they're going to lose, they're going to make you work for it.
Facts.
They're going to make you work for it. You might lose a player. Like, they're not taking it. They're not leaving
for blood.
They're not leaving that stadium with an L that easily.
Oh, facts. I really like that team. 7, Klein Collins.
It's all team. They got Tucker Parks.
Fitting, especially. 7 is very solid. That's solid. Number 8, Fort Bend Hightower.
Also a very solid team.
I like that team. They're pretty good.
Fun fact, I had mentioned earlier, but I am dating my girlfriend Kara. Hi, baby. But
Supergirl, what's up?
she has a niece, and she goes to some high school in Pearland. Crawford. It's a new high school in Pearland, and she went to the game this past Saturday. And she usually goes for the social experience. She doesn't watch the game per se. But she told me at the game there were 4 fights.
Really? On the field or the fans?
The fans. They're
really?
4 fights. And I don't know if most of these fights were behind the bleachers or something, but that's crazy.
That's how it used to be. Shout out Lamar and Bel Air. No, I used to get active.
But they had to be behind the bleachers.
That's
for sure.
It definitely. 4 fights. I know security was like, God bless. This game again. That's funny. Number 9, Fort Bend Marshall. Yes.
Because that's the only 5A team, right?
Yes.
On here.
Yeah.
Everyone else 6A.
Yes. Actually, I can see them moving up too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I won't say they're the most likely to move up, but I could see them. I genuinely can see them jumping 2-3 spots by the next week or 2.
For sure.
Definitely. Number 10, now I'll be honest, I don't know this thing. Columbus. I don't know anything about Columbus. I can't even lie to you. They're 1-0. I didn't even know this was a thing. There's a Columbus, Texas. Did you know that?
There's so many small cities in Texas.
Good for you, Columbus. I mean, shoot, they won 47-12.
I think there's Atlanta, Texas.
Really?
I think so.
Hey man, I don't know why I'm thinking of cities in Texas. This drives me up a wall, and I think it's the worst thing ever. It is TER-RELL, Texas. It is TER-RELL, Texas, not Terrell. I don't think Terrell is a name. Terrell is ugly. Terrell is terrible. It's TER-RELL, Texas. You can argue with your moms, or you can find me. I'm with all that. I hate that it is so ugly. I'm sorry, I had to throw that. I hate Terrell. I hate the name Terrell. That is so ugly.
TER-RELL, Texas.
TER-RELL, Texas is solid. Terrell, Texas.
Right. There's so many like small cities.
And then the Cowboys receiver, it's Terrell Owens, and he'll like correct you Terrell, but it's like that's so ugly, Terrell. And look, when you listen to this, you watch it at if you listen to it on Spotify or whatever, or you watch it, just close your eyes and say the name Terrell. Just say it 10 times, and I guarantee you can be like, yeah, that's ugly. Now, if you say TER-RELL, it's pretty solid. It's pretty doggone solid. But Maxwell, what were some of the standout games for this past week 1?
I think we kept the people waiting long enough. So this week I went to the Shadow Creek versus Manvel, like I mentioned before. Right from the start, it was a very explosive game. I will say, I do love Shadow Creek. We got some great players out there. They made a lot of little mistakes. Sure. And I think JaCorey was adjusting being the new, only quarterback. So he definitely had a little shake-up plays, but he definitely made up for it in the second half. Very explosive. Some of the players I saw out there was obviously JaCorey, and then Zion Taylor. He was on our money list. Hey, I'm not one to admit when I was wrong, but I think we're wrong. We undersold that man. He's $1. He should definitely been probably $3 or $4. I'm not maybe $5. The way he played.
That man was a menace. He was up and down the field.
Facts.
I accounted for a sack and a half, but it 1,000% could have and probably should have been.
And I feel like that even understood. Like he made the QB panic so many times. I'll be scared. Like, hey, look, that's a big man. I'll be scared too if I saw him just
big and fast. Like,
facts.
Oh, God bless. That's one I never like. My hands ain't that big, so I never want to play quarterback. I'm so glad. Like that, I think that's some stiff stuff.
But even though I didn't mention score, it was 34-15. Even though Manvel did lose, they definitely did play a great game. They did a lot of trick plays, and it definitely shook up the Shadow Creek defense. Two players I saw that were very aggressive was number 6, Zion Holmes, and then number 7, very own Kaleb Blanton. They're both very aggressive. I remember there was one play. He just had such a hard, heavy hit. And I just texted him like, that man can hit.
Yeah, I don't like to brag, but I knew he was a baller.
Facts.
But no, what I did know was a baller was the tight end number 19, Cade Catton. Again, this is why I say Max Preps, because I know for a fact he had 2 catches, 1 deep, but on Max Preps he only said he had 1 for 8 yards, which, don't get me wrong, the 1 catch that I know they're counting was a one-handed catch on the sideline. It was good. I ain't gonna lie. He good size, and he balled out. I mean, the results didn't go how they wanted it to. They threw 4 interceptions.
Yes, yeah.
It wasn't pretty.
Maurice caught one of those interceptions. Shout out to Maurice.
Shout out Maurice. And shout out to the safety, Kyle Peterson. He accounted for 2 of those interceptions. And that's number 12. He did his thing too. There's Summer Creek, they gonna creep into that top 10.
Oh, facts.
I can see that. If they're not 8, 9, or 10 by the next 2 weeks, I'm not gonna bet nothing. I do have a bet for you. But I'm not gonna bet nothing right now. But I could see Summer Creek moving up.
One more player I forgot to mention. Not forgot, but number 3 from Manvel, the running back, Jonathan Hayes. Very quick and explosive running back. He is a little on the small size, but made him very elusive. And there are a lot of plays where Manvel was able just to. It's just me as a offensive lineman. When I see a nice hole just to run through, is the best feeling in the world. And he definitely took advantage of that the whole night.
I used to play running back. It's definitely just a freaking Red Sea kind of parts. Makes your life easier. For
Facts.
Sure. It's beautiful. There's a reason. Like they're over. They don't get the shine, but there's literally a reason why quarterbacks and running backs like try to show love to the offensive line
Facts.
as much as possible. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Not for defensive coaches, but when you're on the offensive side, it's definitely beautiful.
Facts is beautiful
For sure.
But the game next week that we're gonna go to, and I'm very excited for, is Katy versus Atascocita.
Yes, sir.
Now, Terrell, I don't know if you remember from last year, we made a pretty good bet. You had to watch something really really great
Trash.
and amazing.
Really trash.
Anyways,
Carlisle said it wasn't good.
and we made that bet.
Was not good.
And I ended up winning. And you got to watch some peak. But I'd say we run it back this year.
I'm with that. Well,
I say we run it back this
what are
year.
your terms?
On my terms. Let's see. Since I'm definitely gonna win, I'm gonna go for Katy again. Even though they lost some manpower, I'm very confident that they can still clutch the dub. Mm-hmm. So when I win, I'm not, since you weren't the biggest fan of One Piece. You're just not culture enough. But I'll put you on there, Anime. If I win, when I win, you have to watch Death Note, which isn't that long. It's only 37 episodes, which is a little smaller than what I had you watch for One Piece season 1.
A little, whatever. And it wasn't little. That was a lot of episodes.
It was 44. 45. I don't think you even...
Hold on. So are the episodes like roughly 30 minutes?
Like 20. Like a regular TV show.
Okay, I can do that.
37 episodes.
That can be done.
And now this punishment, the live action for Death Note.
Now, I don't watch anime, but I did hear that whole was terrible.
Yes.
So...
And I see a lot of clips. There's some funny moments, but like overall, I'm like,
it's not good.
I would have to pull my hair out if I had to watch this.
That's crazy. But okay, that's fine. I have my counter bet.
Sorry, one more sprinkle.
Oh my goodness.
And watch the shortened version of the Alabasta arc for One Piece.
Fine. Because I'm actually, I was confident last year, but like I'm even more confident this year. Fine. I'm with all that. Okay, now my bet. We are comic book fans, Marvel and DC.
The movies have been kind of lacking.
They have been lacking hard, very.
Except
hard.
for Spider-Man, Spider-Man Spider-Verse movie.
But I won't even say it's saving. It's like, all right, that movie's good.
That movie is really good.
I can't even pretend like it's saving the MCU. Anyways, so we're really not looking forward to like what's coming up for the most part, including the Marvels. So Maxwell,
I plan to skip that one, but
well, not if I win. So Maxwell, if Atascocita beats Katy, we have to go to the movies. We have to go see the Marvels. You have to buy my ticket and whatever I want to eat over there.
What's spend limit? Now, I trust you won't just ball out, but like, we gotta state that on camera.
That's fine. I gotta state that. Cause $10. I won't even do nothing too crazy for you. No, 15.
But yeah, cause like that's like popcorn and a drink.
Yeah, so $15.
All right.
Where look at the camera.
Anything else? I mean, I gave you like 3 things. I could do more.
You can do more. No, that's all I can think. That's all I want. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact that we gotta go watch it, and then I don't gotta pay for nothing. Like, yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
So
check out this Friday. Katy versus Tassia. Katy wins. I win. If Tassia wins, Terrell wins.
Facts.
Check out.
Good. Right. Strong grip.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You know what I'm laughing at?
Yes. We'll bring that up later when that guest does come on.
Man, that's a grown man. Okay, but
speaking of which, since we are talking about comic movies, I did go see Blue Beetle this week.
How was it?
It was pretty solid. I want to watch it. It was pretty solid, yeah.
Let's see, movies experience is overrated. I personally, I'm with that illegal stuff. But the sites have been kind of good for you. Don't claim.
No, actually, I might. This might be
You might
childish,
dabble.
but I want to watch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
I do too. I kind of want to see it. Well, but again, I don't want to pay for it. Like, I don't want to go to the movie theaters to see it. I want
Today would be
to.
a great day to see it because, like, on the day recording this, movie tickets are only $4 today because, like, National like Cinema Day. But I'm a busy man. I can't go today.
I didn't know that. I could have made a.
But I got to work my first day of school tomorrow, so.
All right. We back on that grind at LSA. You know what I'm saying? But now this was cool, man. Football is back.
Thanks.
High school football is back. As we're recording this, the Texans are about to play.
Mm-hmm.
It's preseason, but it's always great when you have some Texan football.
I mean, hey, if they don't do what they did against the Dolphins last week,
That was bad.
it was really bad.
That was trash.
Thanks.
But shoot, man, I'm excited. I'm so excited for this season. We've already been talking to some people, not just athletes this time. You know, we got some trainers, we got some coaches in the works. It's gonna be a great season. I'm very excited for sure. And so, Maxwell, do you have any last words?
No, just good luck to all you athletes this season, and don't forget to level up. I thought you were gonna mention that. We were gonna argue about it for a second.
Don't you ever. That is my closing remark. You ain't tell them to be blessed or nothing. This freaking guy here, man.